It's the 17th of September, 2017, and just got done doing all the content creation I need to do for today. That consisted of recording Gig with Mom and Dad, and recording 2 Bioshock Let's Plays with Mom. Man, that game still has so much in it that just... I forgot about the depth that is inside of that game, both philosophically and everything else. Anyway, for those that know the game, we, in our timeline right now, are in Arcadia. So, but everyone else, you're still not in Arcadia yet. Anyway, point is, you'll get there. But the more Andrew Ryan talks, the more Mom is so falling in love with him. And again, you catch the sarcasm in my voice. Yeah, she's finding Andrew Ryan to be the proper bad guy that he's supposed to be. So, yeah. That's what the Bioshock games are good for, though. They give you ideological bad guys. People that take an idea and do it the worst way possible and think they're doing it in the best way possible. It always makes you feel almost bad for the bad guys in a way. Like, you can understand what they're doing, just they're doing it wrong and they need to be stopped, sort of thing. It's neat. So, the family and I just tried out The Orville. It's Seth MacFarlane's new show that's pretty much supposed to be a science fiction parody. It looks a lot like Star Trek. I mean, it's highly influenced, and they're not even trying to hide it. They've said it in interviews and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that as an accusation. I'm saying it as a no. They kind of lovingly nod to Star Trek a lot. So that's one of the things. And tell you what, we decided we're going to stay on board. We liked that first episode. It felt like Star Trek, just with more jokes. And that's kind of nice. And the jokes weren't stupid, because, I'll admit, around our place, we're not the hugest Family Guy fans, so that was the one thing that was like, Seth MacFarlane, is this going to be any good or not? Turns out, yeah, it was pretty dang good. So that's like a mini review of The Orville. I don't have much time because I'll be honest, I was having a conversation, and as a result, time got away from me, so now I'm kind of cramming my evening in. I still gotta go take a shower, meditate, and then go the frick to bed. Because again, 4 a.m. comes early on a Monday. And where'd this weekend go, as a side note? It went by quick. Anyway, time for me to say goodnight. So, good night, everybody. Instead of doing D&D this month, a lot of us have to head out early. So we're doing a board game day today at the DM's house. It's a dang good donut. Bavarian cream. Right now we're playing a game of diplomacy, and everyone is, being diplomatic right now. It's in that phase. So that's why I got the chance. Take a look at the board. It's interesting so far. By the way, I'm England, as if you didn't guess. So earlier this week, I had bought what I thought was a hard drive. Turns out it was a hard drive enclosure. That's when I thought about my old laptop. It's been sitting here collecting dust, and I don't know what the problem was with it. I suspect some other components are out in it. I don't think it's the hard drive, because if it had been the hard drive, then it probably wouldn't have even booted up. It would have just given me problems, right? But instead, it booted up. It just felt like it was overheating, like the fans maybe have gone out in it. And this thing's designed to where you're not replacing parts in it. That's why I ended up getting a new laptop, and plus I need to get the studio PC anyway, so, I wasn't too much out of it. However, with this laptop sitting around, there is one thing I could try to get at. Hello, hard drive for the enclosure. then I would be perfectly fine because I've already got the hard drive and the enclosure would work perfectly. But this thing is designed not to come quietly. I got the back off so I could access the hard drive itself, but these screws, oh, these screws, the ones that have it in place are just, you'd think the Incredible Hulk tightened these things in or something. I might, if I can't do it, get someone with more muscle mass, aka Dad, to help me with these things. But you almost think they soldered the freaking things in. They might have. I don't know. This may be for vain, but again, it's the idea. And if I end up breaking something, hey, at least I tried. I suspect I know where I can get rid of the rest of this. And before you guys go, you better recycle it properly. I have a friend that likes computer parts and stuff like that, and I'm thinking about contributing to their cause by giving them some computer parts to work with. It'd go to a good cause, as it were. I've tried every screwdriver I have on this puppy. I even tried a screwdriver with some vice grips for the leverage, and it still wouldn't come loose. So I'm gonna run it by Dad and see if he can think of anything tomorrow. It's way too late tonight to be doing that. So yeah, that'll be something for tomorrow, just to run it by him and see if he can't think of anything. Of course, it'd suck if we got this drive out of here and it didn't work with my enclosure, but one step at a time. And yes, I own multiple screwdrivers, because I know some of you will end up thinking, wait a minute, why does he need that many screwdrivers? Well, I don't need that many screwdrivers, to be honest, but welcome to multiple Christmases and stuff. Apparently, if you're a single guy living alone, the thing that people think you need most, apparently screwdriver sets. Who knew? But I'm not going to complain, because they've been different sizes and stuff, so I've definitely used different sets in different situations. So it's not like I've got the same thing over and over, so definitely been useful. It's the 24th of September, 2017, and the day's going to go a bit different than Sundays mostly go, because some stuff won't happen. Mainly content creation isn't going to happen today because Mom is feeling, let's say, bad. Really bad. So we're going to give her a rest. Plus, considering everything is due either on the next coming Sunday or Friday, we're not going to be late. So, especially with that being a case, we're going to give her time to rest. And plus, Dad just got over the cold that he gave to me and Mom. Crazy thing is, now he's got a flu that the rest of his co-workers had. So, the poor man just got over something, and now he just got something else. Which, of course, Mom jokingly said, and I agree with her on this point, if we end up getting it, we will go kill his co-workers ourselves. After all that, we were planning on cleaning the car again. She's feeling bad. So I am at least going to run the car to town and run it through a car wash. A specific car wash that we use. Because, I'm gonna be honest, I can deal with the interior being a bit tossed because, you know, we can't deal with it right now. So, whenever we can deal with it, that's the thing. But the exterior, everybody sees that crap. And it's just, it's something I have got to get rid of. It's not like I care about the perception of everyone, but it's more like I walk up to it and I see grime just over the surface. And I'm like, that gets done now. Plus, I need to spend some time anyway, because I gotta let the dew settle outside, and then I'll be able to weed eat. Can't really effectively weed eat if there's still dew clinging onto things. You could, but it gets messier that way, and I prefer to avoid that if I possibly can. So, my normal car wash was out of service. I don't know if they close on Sundays or what. I mean, it's an automated system. Maybe it's just broken. But anyway, obviously, this is going on right now. The other one I use just uses water jets instead of these old-fashioned brushes. That's why I kind of prefer it, because I get paranoid about things breaking with the brushes, but still, it'll get the job done. So I'm back. We came away with a few smudges still on the windshield, because those are some strong smudges. I'm a little bit on the hood, but otherwise the thing's pretty much shined up best it can. It's better than it was, so that's the thing. Now I'm gonna watch something with Mom, and then after that I am going to do my weed eating, get that out of the way, and then pretty much enjoy the rest of the day. Well, I have to say two things, because I just got done watching two things with Mom. Go figure. Gotham, it's off to a cracking start, like it always is. Really curious how they're going to do what they're going to do, and if you've watched it, you know what I mean. It's the obvious thing. Trust me, it's that thing. You'll know. And then the second thing is Dancing with the Stars is certainly going to be fascinating this year. So I might get myself looped into that. For anyone that doesn't know, I did dancing in high school. So Dancing with the Stars always has had that curiosity where I may not always keep up with it, but I do peek in from time to time since Mom and Dad do watch it. Mostly Mom. Dad just watches it with her just because, you know. But yeah, and they got a couple of dang good ones this year. There's a couple of them where it's like, okay, you're going to be a couple to watch out for. Now I'm going to take the laptop down and see if me and Dad can crack this hard drive out of it. So, away we go. It's the 26th of September 2017, and instead of doing D&D at the water park, we are going to do it at one of the houses. That's how we do it sometimes, so today is one of those days. So, interesting night in D&D. First of all, the the monster inside of the lake ended up helping us out by carrying us back to shore on the beach, which I was going to have our lizard folk person go ahead and talk to it anyway, which of course she, in character, found very speciest of me, which is exactly how I hoped that was going to go out. Our characters are slowly gaining this dynamic that's sort of adversarial, but also tongue-in-cheek. It's like we're the Abbott and Costello comic relief. I kind of like that dynamic. But yeah, that seems to be how those two characters are reacting to each other anyway. Well, after we got the rest of the party, we found a little side cavern, rode up to that, and then we got the lizards off and everything off of the raft, and we went down it, took a couple of panels, and then we found a tiny little mining town, abandoned, and we didn't know why. That was until the head of the party went inside the stables and found a bunch of mutated goblins. Yeah, that would be a pretty dang good reason why a city would be taken care of. I think he put about 20 of them on us, something like that. You saw the numbers. All of those die were one goblin, so you can go back and check that out. But yeah, it was quite a large group. With most large groups of that specific thing, they had very few hit points, so as long as we got a good smack on them, we knocked them down. The only thing is, one of them got a critical hit on me, and it wasn't the type of critical hit where you just do double damage. The percentiles he wrote was a 93, I think, so the thing reached up with its claw, and via the diagram he went from, ripped out my larynx. I managed to get a wrap around my neck, that way I could stop the bleeding, but my character, the character that's indignant and gripes all the time, can't friggin' talk. At least for now. We've got a cleric on board, so when she gets the chance, she'll probably heal me up, but my indignant glare game will sure be strong. One take snaps. Will be strong until this happens. I'm actually going to enjoy having to be silent. No, that this character will hate having to be silent with no choice. It's just going to be one of those things that'll kill him, and it'll be fun to play that. So, if it only lasts for like a couple of minutes and then she heals him up, great. If it lasts longer, great. Either way, I'm going to have fun with this. So, but yeah, good night of D&D. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So, I'll give you guys the update next week, as I always do. Until then, it's time for me to say goodnight, so good night, everybody. It's the 27th of September, 2017, and because it's the Wednesday before Triple M, something different's happening. I'm doing the playlist tonight. So I'm up at my place a little bit early because, one, I got the facial hair, so I gotta take care of that. But as I said in the previous snap, I have got a playlist to put together. Because here's the weird thing, now that I am doing the streams on Thursday nights, it means, unlike the Fridays, whenever I could spend that Thursday night making the playlist, whenever it's Triple M time, it means gotta make the playlist on Wednesday. It's one of the biggest adjustments to this reschedule that I've had to make, is the whole Triple M thing. Because it's just, it requires more scheduling, so I have time to listen to songs in order to make a proper playlist. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it takes shorter. It just depends on if I get a lot of good songs right off the bat, or if I have to skip a few. Just depends on what came into my box. But yeah, first I'm going to shave, and then I will do that with the playlist, so that will give the hot water time to heat up so that I can then take a shower afterwards. Because again, I came up here early also so I could do both shower and shave, because I need to do both. And the hot water takes at least 30 minutes to heat up after you've used it, because it's a small tank. Camper life. You gotta learn your little adjustments. So I finished the 10% Happier course, my meditation courses. Finished the course in Emotional Agility. Oren J. Solar. I love anything that Oren does. He's got this calmness that will just, it's like a Jedi just waving their hand and making you feel so calm about a situation. It's no wonder that whenever they deal with the courses about emotions, he's usually the one at the helm. Seems to be a specialty. Anyway, he came up with the ABCs, as it were, of emotional agility. So A, being aware of your emotion, what that emotion is, fully just defining it. B, finding the balance in it. There's got to be a balance in everything, but finding the balance in that emotion. C, curiosity. Observe every single freaking thing about it and help yourself learn more about it. And then finally, ABCs. It's sort of a thing because there's also an S, and that's support. Sort of cultivating support in it, whether it's you with friendships, families, relationships, getting support, or even making some support inside yourself. That's a thing. You can totally do that. So I look forward to exercising these things, even though, of course, it's going to be unpleasant to do so. That's the whole point. Sometimes this stuff isn't pleasant. Anyway, especially with this. That's your sign. Yeah, it's 7 minutes past 9. Got the timing just right. So it's time for me to go to bed. So, night, everybody. So I got done watching the Magic School Bus Rides again. It's the new version of the Magic School Bus. But the thing is, instead of a reboot, they're totally just continuing on. It's just now Miss Frizzle's sister, voiced by Kate McKinnon, is taking the reins, taking the class, because Valerie Frizzle is now Professor Valerie Frizzle. She got her PhD, which means she became a research scientist. I suspect that's going to constantly come up in the show. But I can say that I thoroughly approve. It's another one of those instances where Netflix, it seems whenever they're doing this original programming, at least when it comes to children's television that I enjoyed as a kid, and then gets, and I'm going to put in air quotes, reboots, they're treating it fantastically. I love it. And the theme song of the whole thing is sung by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I still screw up his name occasionally, but I might have been rotating it in my head over and over before I recorded that snap. He does a dang good cover of it. When I originally heard it, I thought, I think that's him. And it would totally be something he would do, but I wasn't sure. I had to wait till the credits to confirm it. Which it's the original Magic School Bus theme song. It's just a more modern cover of it, and I think it's a pretty dang good cover of it, too. Anyway, I have an hour before my usual Friday morning, one takes snaps, Friday night call, and game night with the Diamond Clubbers afterwards. So I am just going to be hanging out here in the studio. I might try some Heroes of the Storm, I might do something else. I don't know yet. Just depends on when my computer boots up what I might do. So, we'll see.